What's up, people? Good evening. Good evening. I'm back with Uncensored and Cigars. So I just got off work a little while ago, guys. Um, Wanted to make a quick video. I was thinking about this subject at work. So I said, well, let me go make a cigar video and have this quick chat. First off, I want to tell you guys something real quick. It's kind of funny happened at work today, right? For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a retail general manager, right? I'm not going to say where I work, but I'm a retail general manager. I've been in retail and restaurants my entire life since I was 18 years old. So, had an employee come up to me this morning, come in the office, in my office, said, Frank, can I talk to you? I said, sure. They said, I'm putting in my notice. I said, that's cool, because you're probably going to be fired soon anyway. I'm like, that's fine, because he's probably going to be fired anyway, because he's just an employee, just got a bad attitude, bad customer service skills, and I've given him chance after chance after chance, documentation after documentation. Had an issue with that employee this weekend, and so I wrote the employee up today when they came in my office, wrote him up for the incident this weekend. I said, it's good as putting in your notice. You're putting in your notice, because you was going to get fired. You was close to getting fired anyway. I'm sure probably was going to happen within the next couple of weeks. So I'm wishing you luck right now, because I'm accepting your resume. Your resignation. And I'm just going to let you know now, you will not be rehirable, because you was about to be fired anyway. But thanks for giving me your notice. And yeah, I don't have time for that type of shit. So guys, I was thinking about this at work today. So I'm 54 years old, guys. And I wanted to see I want you guys to comment how other bachelors and you bachelorettes that are single in the world today, how are you guys navigating life? Are you staying busy? Or are you just secluding yourself in the house away from people? See, I am an introvert by nature, but I still get out. I still keep myself busy through activities. Things I like to do. I don't have a big circle, but I make sure I associate with people. So I want to know how you guys are navigating life. Because even though I'm an introvert, I have to force myself to be social. Because when I went through my divorce, guys, I was seeing my therapist every now and then through my divorce. When I was married, I was seeing a therapist every now and then. But then once I started going through my divorce, I started seeing my therapist every other week, right? And when I was going through the divorce, in the heat of it, when I moved into my house, when we sold our house and when I moved into my house, my therapist said, Frank, make sure you stay social, keep yourself busy, because your life is going to change. It's going to change. You're not going to come home to a wife. You're not going to come home to your daughter. My daughter was grown, but she was still at home. You're not going to come home to your dog. Your entire life is going to change. And my therapist said, if you don't watch it, if you seclude yourself in the house and just go to work and come home, you could fall into a depression. And I'll be honest, guys, that first month, I was in my house, it got dicey. I'm gonna be honest with you. It got pretty dicey because I was like having thoughts, because I initiated my divorce. We was together for 19 years, married 14 years. I was the one who initiated my divorce. So my life changed. That first month I was in my home, I was going through all types of emotions, um, up and down emotions, happy, sad, wondering, am I making the right decision? Did I make the right decision? But my therapist was right. I had to keep myself busy. And that's the reason I ended up taking a month off work, because I just got to the point, with work, and I also had transferred to another location, because so everything was changing. I was at one location from the time I got hired in the company, which is 11 years ago. I was at one location. So when I started going through the divorce, I was going through the divorce. That was a big change. Then I transferred locations. That was a big change. So I was just going through all types of emotions at that time. So I had to take a month off work. Took a month off work because I had to get my head together. But I kept myself busy. I got 4 kids, 2 grandkids, so I made sure I stayed around, kept open communication with my kids, um, open communication with my mom. My dad passed away in 2007. And but during this time is when I really was able to see what family members was truly, truly there for me, which hardly there was none. So going through this really opened my eyes. So right now, like, my daily life consists of going to work. I'm on salary, so I work 9 or 10 hours a day. I'm on salary, right? So I spend 9 or 10 hours a day at work. I do a lot of researching on my YouTube channel for videos, right? I read a lot of books, gaining my knowledge about it, investing and money, stock market, real estate, things of that nature. So I do a lot of reading. I got a motorcycle. I got a Harley. In the summertime like this, I get on my motorcycle. Just bought a Corvette. So I make sure I get out the house to keep myself busy doing things, even to this day, But I'm 3.5 years into my house, and my therapist was right. My world had changed, and I didn't think I was gonna really feel it, but it was like a big change. It was like a big change, because I was coming home to nobody. Because granted, guys, you got to remember, we was together 19 years, married 14. So I had not lived on my own for almost 2 decades. 2 decades. Hadn't had no issue with living on my own, because I've done that. I've always lived on my own, had my own place. Never shacked up with a woman. Always had my own place. And so that was a big change. So then after 2 decades, now I'm living on my own. So I'm coming home, and I got nobody here but me and the walls. And then my daughter found Blaze for me. She would say, "Dad, get yourself a dog, so you at least better play with the dog, or to have somebody in the house with you to just play with the dog if you get bored." But so it helped even for me getting Blaze, my dog. But yeah, how are you guys? How are you, single guys, single gals, single men? How are you guys doing living on your own, being bachelors and bachelorettes? Because it was weird in the beginning, but I'm going to tell you, I'm loving it now. I am loving it now. It was a big adjustment, and it took some time for me to get adjusted. But I love it now. I love it now. I'm great, doing great. Have a lot of things to keep busy. All my kids are grown. You know, I visit my children. You know, I do a lot of activities. You know, bowl. I golf. I bowl. I travel. Ride my motorcycle. Work on my YouTube channel. Because to me, a man should always be shaking and baking. A man should always have some motion. I mean, to me, if you're a man and you just coming home and just sitting down on the couch, that means you ain't got much going on. That means you ain't got much going on. You got too much time on your hands. You got too much time on your hand. There's more money out here to be made. There are things to be done. Yeah, and I left out gym. You know, I do the gym. I go to the gym 3 to 4 days a week to help me keep in shape. I thought about putting some weights in my home, but I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep my gym membership because I like to go to the gym. That helps get me out of the house too and keep me active, you know. So between work, like in the summertime, between work, gym, the YouTube channel, I'll probably watch TV, honestly. I probably don't sit down to relax, probably till like 9 o'clock at night. I may watch 2 hours, may watch a TV show for an hour and a half, then I'm in bed because I get up at 5 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday, because I work Monday through Friday. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, how are you single men and women? You know, how you navigating life? I hope you guys just not secluding yourself, you know, from people, from society, and just kind of hide. You know, you got to be out here and be active and have motion, and keeping yourself busy, you know, because it was a big adjustment for me. But now I'm golden now. I'm good now. Summertime, I be in my yard, you know, got flowers in the front of my house, you know, nice landscaping. So yeah, I keep myself really, really busy. And the bigger the YouTube channel gets, it's gonna keep me more and more busy. Yeah, so put in the comments, guys, what are you guys doing to navigate your single life and how you staying sociable and how you keeping yourselves busy. I'm about to get out of here, guys. Go cook me something to eat. This is Frank Talks Money. I appreciate all of you guys. Love you. I'm out of here. Talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.